I also read somewhere that you had to keep moving homes and you moved around a lot. You were effectively brought up by your mom.
Yeah.
How did that shape you, those years?
Very much so. I mean, just seeing, I think anyone who's raised by a single mother, first of all, you realize that they're superhuman. It's hard enough being a working mom.
Yeah.
But to be a working mom who's a single mother, raising two boys, also the way that she had myself and my brother. By the time my brother grew up and he was old enough to take care of himself, I was born. She had to do it twice over.
Yeah.
I think it's just a very big part of how I see the world, my understanding of women, from the point of view of a boy or a young man, has been shaped by that. And I think it's a very big part of who I am.
And for the better, I imagine.
I hope so.
What do the women in your life say?
At least I try to understand, and I leave space and benefit of doubt where it doesn't come naturally to me, hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that I actually don't know. I don't know. I think it's just what
do you remember
it's the
of
only
those
thing
years?
that I know.
What do you remember of those years?
What I remember of those years, now it's a long enough span. It's pretty much my childhood. Is mom, doubling up as both parents in many ways, also living her own life. Everything happens to us for the first time, every phase of our lives.
Yeah.
So she was also a woman navigating those years.
Sure.
At the same, a working woman, an artist.
She's not going to give up her entire identity.
Which is a very big part of her identity.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think she sacrificed most of who she was to put the mother first. And that to me was a very big example and a very big, I think a very big sacrifice. And I saw her struggle with it, But I think it came very naturally to her. That's who she is. And it comes naturally to a lot of women. Not that it should, but
I was just going to say,
not that it must.
I was just going to say, I was speaking at a women's event and I asked the women in the audience, those of you who have unfulfilled dreams, please raise your hand. And 99% of the hall raised their hands.
Yeah.
And I was just going to say that while she did it from love, I'm sure that doesn't mean that she didn't live with a part of her that wish she didn't have to give up that part of her life.
Yeah. And I think that's what makes us human. That's what makes us complex.
Yeah.
But women do that. They choose that every day, and they choose to sacrifice so much of who they are. And
maybe also because they have to.
And if they don't, it should not be held against them.
But that's what I'm going to say. That women have their own aspirations and desires.
Absolutely. And so maybe it comes more naturally to me to understand that because I've seen it. And I think there's a beauty in that, but that doesn't mean that is all that a woman is. And I've seen the artist in my mom. I know how big a part of her that is. That's such a huge part of her identity. And I'm very proud of that. So I think I would always want to champion the woman that I'm with and the women in my life because I think it's a very beautiful part of themselves they should never shortchange.